Who needs the NX when you can play Game Boy games right now on the big screen? %95 of Nintendo related chatter these days is gravitating towards their next console, the Nintendo NX. Supposedly the hybrid of home console and portable system, the possibilities are tantalising. Being able to take games out on a portable system and then take them back home again and play them on the television is an excellent evolution of what the Nintendo Wii U offered with the gamepad. However, you've already been able to do something very similar all along with Nintendo's very own Super Game Boy. Released in 1994, the Super Game Boy was a nifty little device that let you play Game Boy cartridges on the television via a Super Nintendo console. Its design is simple. Plug a Game Boy game into the Super Game Boy, slide the whole lot into your SNES cartridge slot, turn the power on and away you go. The device itself was basically the Game Boy hardware in a cartridge, so it wasn't just simple software emulation. It was as authentic as it got, apart from the fact that the Super Game Boy ran games ever so slightly faster than the original hardware. But it was a great piece of kit that had a few other tricks up its sleeve. For a start, you can play games with palettes other than the Game Boy's trademark green hues. And you can choose from a number of pre-made palettes too, or even make your own, while some older Game Boy games even had their own preset palettes that will be unlocked instantly, such as Super Mario Land and Metroid 2 Return of Samus. A number of borders were also available that surrounded the virtual Game Boy screen, with some specific games even containing their own specific borders, such as the Pokemon series. And of course, you could draw your own. You can even use the SNES mouse if you had one. If that wasn't all, several Super Game Boy enabled games also had bonus options. Wario Blast allowed 4 players to play on the Super Game Boy with one cartridge via multi-tap, while Street Fighter 2 enabled 2 players with just one copy of the game. Some games had even had music and sound effects added, while Space Invaders contained a proper 16-bit version of the game on its tiny cartridge. The Super Game Boy eventually got even better because Japan got a second revision of the hardware. The Super Game Boy 2 arrived in 1998 and is absolutely lovely to look at, with its transparent blue casing and LED power light. It added a link cable socket, perfect for playing in multiplayer games, or more specifically allowing for trades and battles in Pokemon. It also added 8 new borders, including my personal favourite, one that mimics the transparent Game Boys that were released later on, so you can see a pixel rendition of the system's innards. It also fixed the speed issues that I mentioned earlier, making for an even more authentic experience. But wait, that's not all, because there's only one way to truly experience the Super Game Boy, and that's to use Hori's official Super Game Boy Commander gamepad. This special controller looks just like the Game Boy's nether regions, containing an almost identical design, albeit with extra buttons. Not only does this pad make for a more enjoyable Game Boy experience, but it also makes navigating the Super Game Boy's menus that little bit easier, with specially labelled buttons for menu functions. It also places all of the shoulder buttons to the face of the pad, which has its uses for other SNES games. This is truly one of the best ways to play Game Boy games on your television, except maybe the Game Boy Player, which is another story for another time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found it enlightening. As always, subscribes, comments and shares are always appreciated. I always reply to all comments, as well as tweets that go to @Pug Hoof Gaming. If you like this video, there's plenty more great content on my channel, so why not check out my other videos. Until next time, keep gaming positive.